Campaign gets uglier. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee says she wants to give a tight slap of democracy to Prime Minister Modi. He accused her of politicizing Cyclone Fani. BJP President Amit Shah strikes back, asks if Jai Shri Ram should be chanted in Pakistan. Mamata Banerjee had threatened to arrest a man who said Jai Shri Ram. After politics over Ram, it's the turn of the Mahabharat. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra calls Prime Minister Modi Duryodhan. Amit Shah says India will decide who is Arjun and who is Duryodhan on the 23rd of May. Supreme Court of India dismisses opposition plea to review the order on VVPAT counting slips. These slips will be counted in only 5 assembly segments for every Lok Sabha seat. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao meets his Kerala counterpart Pinarayi Vijayan, sparking speculation over a federal front. He'll meet the Dravidian leaders in Tamil Nadu next. Election Commission gives a clean chit to Prime Minister Modi and BJP President Amit Shah again, saying they did not violate the model code. The opposition says the EC is biased. Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of India Election Watch. I'm Palki Sharma Upadhyay, and this is the show that brings you the very latest on the world's biggest election. Verified updates, unbiased analysis. We have already completed 5 phases, 2 more to go. We're counting down to the result day. The entire election day wrapped up in 30 minutes for you right here. Let's begin with the highlights. We're counting down to the last 2 laps of India's 7-phase Lok Sabha election. The campaign has intensified. Parties are making the final push to get more votes. Let's bring up our rally roster for today. The Prime Minister is in Delhi, no rallies for him. His aide-de-camp, BJP President Amit Shah, is in Bengal. After Modi's poll pitch, Mr. Shah wooed voters in Bengal. He addressed 3 rallies there today and then 1 in Bihar. Together, these states send more than 80 MPs to the Lok Sabha. The BJP is betting big on them. Next is Rahul Gandhi, also in Bengal. The Congress president campaigned in Chhattisgarh and Bihar as well. His sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra led the Congress campaign in Haryana. She is set to do a road show there. Haryana has 10 seats. All of them will go to the polls in this phase, phase 6. In Bengal, the last 2 phases have 17 seats to offer. Expect more action on this front. It's been a direct battle between Modi and Mamata. At least it is being billed as a presidential-style clash. Taking on the Bengal Chief Minister today was the BJP President. Amit Shah said that Mamata Banerjee should get used to the Prime Ministership of Modi for the next 5 years. This is in response to Mamata's recent statements. She refused to meet the Prime Minister on Cyclone Fani. She said she doesn't consider Modi Prime Minister anymore. Amit Shah slammed her also for threatening to arrest a man who said Jai Shri Ram.
मैं ममता दीदी को पूछना चाहता हूं, ममता दीदी, श्री राम का नाम अगर भारत में नहीं लेंगे तो कहां पाकिस्तान में लेंगे? आप लोग मेरे साथ संघर्ष करने के लिए तैयार हो क्या? जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम। अब ममता दीदी, आपसे जो मन पड़ता है उखाड़ लो। मैंने इस मंच से जय श्री राम का नारा लगाया है। आपसे जो दफाएं लगती है वो लगा दो, मगर आप हमें हमारी संस्कृति से विमुख नहीं कर सकते।
Shah was unrelenting in his attacks. He said Mamata Banerjee did not pass on the money the central government gave for her state. He also said that the BJP will win 23 out of 42 seats in West Bengal.
23 तारीख को ममता दीदी कितना भी अत्याचार कर लो, हमारी रैलियों को रोकने का प्रयास कर लो, झूठ फैलाओ, कुछ भी कर लो, मगर 23 तारीख को 23 से ज्यादा सीटें भारतीय जनता पार्टी की।
In fact, Mamata Banerjee has been the focal point of the BJP's target in the last few days. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has called her a threat to democracy.
I hope they at least hear the Supreme Court and understand what the verdict is all about. In spite of central forces coming in, assuring the voters that their presence will make a difference. These syndicate Morcha people are all over the place. The central forces can be very close to the polling booth and assure voters that they can come and peacefully cast their vote and go. But if the streets are being loitered around by our syndicate Morchas, these forces, people will be scared to come to the polling booth. And therefore, not only that, violence which is being perpetrated by TMC workers is a cause for concern. And Mamata Banerjee, end of the day, screams about democracy.
Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi took on the Prime Minister again, speaking in the tribal belt of Chhattisgarh. He said Mr. Modi had colluded with big corporates to take away land from the tribal population.
अपनी जेब में हाथ डालिए, बटुआ खोलिए, पता लगेगा कि आपके बटुए से पैसा नरेंद्र मोदी ने निकाला है। अच्छी तरह देखिए, पूरे झारखंड में देखिए, पता लगेगा कि अनिल अंबानी को नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आपका जल, आपका जंगल और आपकी जमीन दी। ये चौकीदार जो है पहले कहता था मुझे चौकीदार बनाओ, मुझे चौकीदार बनाओ। आज कहता है हम सब चौकीदार। नहीं मोदी जी, हम सब चौकीदार नहीं हैं। आपने कहा था कि आप चौकीदार बनना चाहते हो, देश ने आपको चौकीदार बनाया और आपने देश से चोरी की। सच्चाई से कोई नहीं छुप सकता नरेंद्र मोदी जी। चौकीदार, चौकीदार, चौकीदार।
Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also singled out the Prime Minister today. She quoted from the famous Hindi poet Dinkar and likened the Prime Minister to Duryodhan, the villain of Mahabharata.
ऐसा अहंकार दुर्योधन में भी था। उन्हें जब सच्चाई दिखाने के लिए भगवान कृष्ण उन्हें समझाने के लिए गए तो कृष्ण जी को भी उन्होंने बंधक करने की कोशिश की। इसी अहंकार पर राष्ट्र कवि रामधारी सिंह दिनकर की कुछ पंक्तियां हैं, सुनिए। जब नाश मनुष्य पर छाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है। हरि ने भीषण हुंकार किया, अपना स्वरूप विस्तार किया। डगमग डगमग दिग्गज डोले, भगवान कुपित होकर बोले, जंजीर बढ़ा कर साध मुझे, हाँ हाँ दुर्योधन बांध मुझे।
So 5 phases done, 2 more to go. The 6th phase of polling will take place on May the 12th, this coming Sunday. 59 constituencies will choose their candidates on the 12th of May. Polling will take place across 7 states, 14 seats in Uttar Pradesh, all 10 in Haryana, 8 each in Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal, all 7 in Delhi and NCR, 4 constituencies in Jharkhand. 979 candidates are in the fray in all. Only 83 of them are women. By the end of this phase, 482 seats would have been decided. That's 89% of this Lok Sabha election. And this is a very crucial phase. The BJP faces its biggest test in this phase, phase 6. The 14 seats in Uttar Pradesh are strongholds of the Samajwadi Party BSP combined, the Gathbandhan. In 2014, the BJP won 13 out of these 14 seats, except for Azamgarh, the seat from which Akhilesh Yadav is contesting this time. Phulpur, from which the Gathbandhan experiment started, is also voting in this phase. So is Ambedkar Nagar. It's only a test of the BJP's might against the united opposition. The phase will tell us if the votes of the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party are indeed transferable. In simple words, this is a test of the Gathbandhan. Now for the contest in focus. Maneka Gandhi fighting from Sultanpur, Digvijay Singh pitted against Sadhvi Pragya Thakur in Bhopal, Jyotiraditya Scindia contesting from Guna in Madhya Pradesh, Gautam Gambhir from East Delhi. In fact, Delhi elections have sparked a lot of interest. It's a 3-way contest. It could lead to surprise results. What shouldn't be surprising is this. Candidates with criminal cases, 20% in this phase, are history sheeters. As for issues, jobs, agricultural crisis, the Jat quota and pollution. These are the issues in Haryana. Surveys show that the voters are not happy. We'll discuss Haryana in detail later on the show. For the moment, let's focus on the Election Commission. It is facing perhaps the biggest trust deficit ever. In an election that has been extremely divisive, the Election Commission has been accused of doing little to change the perception. There have been allegations and counter-allegations. Many leaders have been warned, many more have been barred from campaigning for hate speeches, and yet the EC has faced charges of bias. The Supreme Court of India has been in the middle of it. It has taken note of all the complaints, but left much of it to the discretion of the Election Commission. Let's start with the latest. The Supreme Court today threw out a plea by 21 opposition party leaders. They wanted more than 50% of India's EVMs to have a VVPAT paper trail. Considering that 5 phases are already over, this case is irrelevant for this election anyway. The Supreme Court backed the EC stand. It said that this is not going to be feasible. Opposition parties say that EVMs are not tamper-proof and they must be checked by a paper trail. The second charge is this. IT raids are on, and these raids are on under the EC's watch. And the target of these raids are only opposition leaders. On the 8th of April, a group of retired bureaucrats reportedly wrote to the president against what they called the weak-kneed conduct of the Election Commission. A week later, the Supreme Court asked the Commission to act more swiftly on hate speeches and polarizing comments. The EC took up many of those cases and disposed of them, including complaints of poll code violation against the Prime Minister. They have barred several leaders, both from the BJP and the opposition, from campaigning, but the Commission has only given clean chits to Prime Minister Modi and BJP Chief Amit Shah. The opposition is crying foul about this. It doesn't help that there are reports of dissent within the Commission, reports which say that the clean chits are not unanimous. In its defense, the Election Commission says it has acted against political heavyweights and star candidates. BSP Supremo Mayawati for one, the Samajwadi Party's Azam Khan, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Menaka Gandhi of the BJP, Mamata Banerjee, the TMC chief, Navjot Singh Sidhu, they were all given show cause notices or barred from campaigning. The Commission has also seized crores of rupees from raids. Elections in Vellore were cancelled after money was recovered. Vehicles and cars belonging to sitting chief ministers and top leaders have been searched. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik's helicopter was searched last month. Just a day later, an Election Commission official was suspended for this. The opposition was up in arms. We haven't heard the last of this story. Meanwhile, a political storm is brewing over Cyclone Fani. The cyclone left nearly 50 people dead. It affected Odisha the most, but West Bengal also bore the brunt. Now that cyclone may have passed, but the political cyclone continues to intensify. State governments steered the relief work for this cyclone. Prime Minister Modi said it was a study in contrast, this relief work. He compared the work of 2 chief ministers. Listen in.
नवीन बाबू ने बहुत अच्छा प्लान किया है. भारत सरकार उसमें उनके साथ रह करके सारी चीजों को आगे बढ़ा पाएगी.
हमारे पश्चिम बंगाल की स्पीड ब्रेकर दीदी, ये स्पीड ब्रेकर दीदी ने इस चक्रवात पर भी राजनीति करने की भरपूर कोशिश की है. चक्रवात के संबंध में मैंने ममता दीदी से फोन पर बात करने की कोशिश की थी, लेकिन दीदी का अहंकार इतना ज्यादा है कि उन्होंने मुझसे बात नहीं की. मैं इंतजार करता रहा कि शायद दीदी वापस मुझे फोन करे, लेकिन उन्होंने फोन नहीं किया.
Clearly, there is strong political messaging from the Prime Minister here, but he has a point. At a time like this, elections and political differences must be kept aside. Naveen Patnaik took part in an aerial survey, as you can see, a survey of the extent of the destruction in the wake of this cyclone. The centre has announced assistance of 1,000 crore rupees to Odisha. Naveen Patnaik joined a meeting chaired by the Prime Minister to discuss the steps forward. Contrast this with Mamata Banerjee. The Prime Minister called her. She refused to take the call. She refused the centre's assistance. She said her administration was busy with the election. They cannot meet the Prime Minister. Mamata Banerjee sees the PM's efforts as a political ploy. She calls the relief offer an attack on India's federal structure. And she calls Modi an expiry Prime Minister.
BJP নেতা প্রধানমন্ত্রী তথাকথিত ex-Prime Minister, expiry Prime Minister. প্রথমে আমি বলি প্রধানমন্ত্রী, আপনি যখন কলকাতার কথা বলছিলেন, আমি তখন খড়গপুরে বসেছিলাম। আমি কলকাতায় ছিলাম না যে আপনার সাথে কথা বলার কলকাতা থেকে সুযোগ ছিল। দুই, আপনারা কথা বলার আগে টুইটারে দিয়ে দেন পাবলিসিটি করার জন্য। দুই, আপনি কড়াইকুণ্ডায় বিমানে নামবেন ইলেকশন মিটিং করতে, আমি কেন সরকারি মিটিং আপনার সাথে করতে যাব? কেন করতে যাব? আপনি তো নির্বাচনের মিটিং করতে আসছেন। আমি বুঝলাম আপনি নির্বাচনের মিটিং করতে আসছেন না, আমি যেতাম। 19 মিটিং হয়ে গেছে, ইলেকশন হয়ে গেছে, তাই নবীন পটনায়ক আপনার সাথে ঘুরেছে। আমার এখানে ইলেকশন আমি করতাম না। আমি ইলেকশনের সময় আপনার সাথে ডায়াস শেয়ার করবো না, এটা মাথায় দিয়ে রাখুন। তার কারণ আমি তো আপনাকে নিয়ে কোনো প্রধানমন্ত্রী মানি না। নতুন প্রধানমন্ত্রী হলে তাকে বলবো।
Now, Mamata Banerjee is not part of the NDA. She's not part of the UPA. She's fighting against the BJP, the left and the Congress in the state. Naveen Patnaik too is not part of the NDA. He's not part of the UPA. He's fighting the BJP and the Congress in his state. But elections are one thing, coordinated relief work is quite another. Mamata Banerjee cannot see the two separately. And she accuses the BJP of the very same. The BJP says she's being petty. So who misses out in this bitter power struggle? It's the people. Granted that West Bengal did not suffer a heavy damage due to the cyclone, but incidents such as this reveal the priorities of politicians. Mamata Banerjee says the Prime Minister did not bring it up until he came to West Bengal for a rally. She may be justified in thinking so, but politicizing a disaster could lead to a political disaster. Her comments have only won her criticism.
Very unfortunate. That is the pettiness that Mamata Banerjee has displayed all through. For her, everything is politics. There is no civility in discourse. Her chief minister was so rude that she did not take the calls of the Prime Minister. She did not return the call. She was so uncivil in her behavior. For Prime Minister, he is the Prime Minister for 130 crore Indians. That includes every Bengali citizen. That is why Prime Minister wanted to reach out, wanted to extend the full helping hand that he has extended to a neighboring state, namely Orissa. In Orissa, he wanted to go to Bengal, but the Chief Minister has said, no, you are not welcome.
The Bengal campaign has become binary now. It's Mamata versus the rest, mostly Prime Minister Modi. She's posturing to show that she can stand up to Modi. Astute politics or not, politicizing a cyclone sends a wrong message to the voting population. Naveen Patnaik has come out as the better Chief Minister here. That much is for sure. On Know Your Candidate, we put the focus on Menaka Gandhi, BJP's candidate from Sultanpur in Uttar Pradesh. Menaka Gandhi has been elected 7 times to parliament. Menaka is a Gandhi herself by marriage, but she's been a vocal opponent of the present Congress under the Gandhis and an ardent supporter of the BJP's Hindutva pitch. Menaka Gandhi is 62 years old, currently the Women and Child Development Minister. She's been associated with a lot of animal welfare programs, environmental programs, parliamentary committees. Right now, she's an MP from Pilibhit, also in UP. In this election, she shifted the constituency to Sultanpur. Her son Varun Gandhi will now contest from Pilibhit. The two basically have swapped seats. As Sultanpur, adjacent to Amethi, was not considered a safe seat for Varun Gandhi. Cousin Rahul Gandhi represents Amethi. Now, Menaka Gandhi has lots of experience as a minister and member of parliament. In 1988, she was first made General Secretary of the Janata Dal. A year later, in 1989, she won her first election, making her a member of the Lok Sabha. Then, between 1989 and 91, she was made Junior Minister for Environment and Forests. In 1990, she was additionally made Junior Minister for Program Implementation. In 1996, she was re-elected to the Lok Sabha. It was a second term. In 1998, she again contested and won. She was made Junior Minister for Social Justice and Empowerment. She was subsequently elected in 1999, 2001, 2002, again in 2009, and then in 2014, she again held ministerial berths. Maneka Gandhi is the wife of Sanjay Gandhi, the younger son of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, the brother of Rajiv Gandhi. She broke away from the Gandhi family and the Congress after Sanjay Gandhi's death in a plane crash in 1980. The junior Gandhi Bahu is estranged from her sister-in-law Sonia Gandhi. On 15th April, Maneka Gandhi was barred from campaigning for 48 hours for her comments in Sultanpur. She asked a gathering of Muslims to vote for her, saying otherwise she might not be inclined to be responsive to their requests. The Election Commission said that she had violated the rules that bar candidates from appealing on caste and communal lines. She was barred from campaigning for 48 hours. Sultanpur has a substantial Dalit vote. Elections here will be held on the 12th of May. Maneka Gandhi is pitted against the Congress's Sanjay Singh and the BSP's Chandra Bhadra Singh. Frequently asked questions. Today we take a look at the battle for Haryana. Who's winning it? It's a topical question because all the 10 seats from this state go to the polls this Sunday in the 6th phase, 12th of May. Before we get to the issues on the ground, let's look at the record. A quick look at the Lok Sabha elections from 2004 shows one thing. It was a Congress bastion. Haryana was a Congress bastion. The BJP swept it in the Modi wave in 2014. Assembly election data also validates this point. The Congress lost its dominance in 2014, both at the Assembly and Lok Sabha level in Haryana. So is a revival on the cards? Who is nosing ahead in this state? A pre-election survey showed that employment opportunities, jobs, availability of agricultural loans, and better prices for farm products are the three major priorities for the voters of Haryana, basically the issues in most agricultural states in India. Let's dig deeper and take a look at the social structure of the state. Jats comprise 30% of the population. They are the land-owning class. The Jat community is disappointed with the BJP government. They say the BJP did not defend the 10% quota given to them in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, remember, quashed the Jat quota 2 years ago. Now the Jat community has traditionally chosen between the Congress and the INLD, the Indian National Lok Dal, while the BJP targeted the non-Jat Sainis in the state. The Congress, though, is not in the pole position to gain from anti-incumbency. Like in other states, the Congress remains a divided house in Haryana as well. A few months ago, after Randeep Surjewala lost Jind by poll, he accused some Congress leaders of not supporting him. Several leaders even skipped the Parivartan rally in the month of March, which was meant to create unity in the party. The Congress needs to stay united to have any chances of wresting power from Manohar Lal Khattar of the BJP. Making the polls more interesting is the split in the INLD, the Indian National Lok Dal. INLD lost its status as the principal opposition party after the split and disqualification of 2 MLAs in the state. Analysts say that the internal crisis in the Congress and the INLD will help the BJP. The split faction from INLD, the Jan Nayak Janata Party of Dushyant Chautala, former Chief Minister Om Prakash Chautala's grandson, is in alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party, which has some traction in the state but hasn't won any seats. This combined may split the Jat votes as well. In essence, it's a 4-way battle then in Haryana. The Congress has put its faith on its star candidates Bhupinder Singh Hooda and his son Dipinder Singh Hooda. Both are contesting from Sonipat and Rohtak respectively. Kumari Shelja is also fighting from Ambala. That's a reserved seat. And these 3 candidates are the Congress's best bets. The Congress is going full throttle to get the dynasty votes between 3 major parties. There are grandchildren of 4 former chief ministers, 2 great-grandsons and sons of senior leaders. Anti-incumbency, farm distress, a family feud, infighting, dynasty politics, every poll factor is at play in Haryana. The BJP clearly is at an advantage thanks to split votes, but expect a better performance from the Congress than they did in 2014. That's how the picture in Haryana looks at the moment. That's all we have time for on this edition of India Election Watch. Keep your comments, keep your feedback coming in. You can tweet us with the hashtag India Election Watch. We'll see you at the same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching.